introduce yourself, who you are?
Hi, I'm Neela. I am a recording artist, singer, songwriter, currently living in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm originally from South Florida, and I'm just super excited to talk to you today.
Yes, and yeah, let's start with your, of course, your music career, from the beginning, like how did that start for you? Like what was your uprising in music? Like, like how did that begin? Like, do you have any influences?
Yeah, for sure. I started music at like a really young age. So I knew from the time I could talk that I wanted to be a singer, I wanted to be an artist. I'm really lucky to have parents that nurtured that creativity and who allowed me to be myself and allowed me to go on this journey as well as like provided opportunities for me to do so. I did ballet for 13 years. I was classically trained vocally. I went to performing arts university. Well, performing arts school, but it was called Performing Arts University of South Florida. It's hard to explain, but yes. And yeah, so pretty much my entire life, I'm influenced by a plethora of different genres, classic rock, hip hop, R&B, of course. R&B is definitely my foundation, but I'm Caribbean, so I also like soca and reggae. Um, so yeah, I think that's it.
And do you want to get a little bit, I guess explain your background a little bit more? How does that, contribute to your music?
Yeah, so my dad is from Jamaica and my mom is from Barbados. So growing up in a household, Caribbean households are just a lot of, I think, households in general, but I can say Caribbean is very like music is always playing. Um, there's always music playing while you're cleaning, there's music playing while there's cooking, there's music playing for every occasion. So I think just growing up with parents that were always playing music, but then my dad is also into like a lot of different genres. So he was kind of the gateway for me to, get into different types of music as well. So that's kind of the foundation of that.
Mm. And speaking of genres, like what type of genres would you say defines your music?
Yeah, so I think Um, naturally, R&B is my foundation, but I love hip hop. I love classic rock, and I pull different elements from those genres into my music. One of my favorite bands of all time is Queen, and their theatrics and how dramatic Freddie Mercury, their lead singer, is. Like, I really love everything about that. So that kind of adds to the drama in my music. And then I love Pharrell. I love Missy Elliott, Erica Badu. So I pull a lot from, Neptunes and all these different things that influence me in my art. So.
And when it comes to visuals for your music, how does that go about? Like, what type of visuals do you create?
So usually once the song is being made or while it's being made, I get like images and pictures in my mind of kind of what is being, provoked by what is being created. And I really go with that. I trust my gut and my intuition. Um, Everything for me is very spiritual, so I feel like I'm co-creating with divine and the universe while I'm creating music, while I'm coming up with my visuals. So I let it flow through me. So it's literally just like a flow. Whatever I see, whatever I picture, I kind of go with, and we do the best to materialize that download into like real life visuals and form.
And I know you've mentioned you did ballet for almost 13 years, but is there anything else you've done? Like, say, have you taken, I guess, like a class in music, or are you self-taught on a lot of things when it comes to music?
So I went to Florida International University, and I have a degree in music business and I have a degree in communication arts. So as far as the business aspect of things, I learned a lot from my professor, Professor Fuller at FIU. She's amazing. And yeah, as far as the business aspect, that's where I kind of really stepped my foot into there, into that like pool of things. Um, but creatively, it is really just intuition for me.
And what type of impact do you want to leave when it comes to your music?
So My current project, or that just released at the end of October, has healing frequencies in the music, and my upcoming projects for next year also have the same thing. So my goal and my intention is to heal. I've always connected my mind, my body, my spirit into my music, but I also into the words that I'm speaking and the lyrics that I write. But I really wanted to add, healing sounds and frequencies. So I learned how to play Tibetan singing bowls, crystal singing bowls, tuning forks, and other healing instruments, and we added them into the production. So my goal really is to heal. That's my intention. That's my goal, is to heal, and that's what I want to do. That's my legacy in it.
And like, is this something you've been like really interested in? Like, I guess like adding healing frequencies into your music. Like, is there, I guess, how can I say it? How did you get into like, of course, like singing bowls and like, crystals and stuff like that?
So I kind of grew up spiritual, more so than anything. So seeing my dad carry crystals and, like in his wallet, of course, when I was younger, I didn't really know exactly, what was going on or whatever. And whenever he would lose one, my mom and I would go to the crystal store, get him a new amethyst or a black tourmaline or a clear quartz. And those are like the foundational crystals for like protection and good energy and good luck and etc. And so I think it started from, just growing up at a young age. And then as I got older, um, I became very interested in like self improvement and elevation and spiritual aspects of my life. So my life is very much so very, very spiritual. That's how I live my life. So even if you listen to my music prior to the latest project, I am talking about chakras and in a cool, fun way where it's not just like, ohms and ums and all that kind of stuff. It's very much pop, very much R&B, but it was very intentional in my verbiage and my lyrics and that I wrote in my projects previous to Aura. But in Aura, I decided to take these things that I do all the time for myself. Like when I wake up in the morning, I usually do some frequency work, some meditation, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to put that into my music, but it really has been kind of like a way of life for me for a really long time. I have to thank my parents for being just like really grounded and open and not closed off, So yeah.
And I also wanted to ask, is green your thing? Because just want to say, love your style, shout out to your style. And it's like, is that something, I don't know, like you kind of developed, going through your music career?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that I went to school, and while I was there and we were going through the music business courses, we had like branding and marketing and all these different things. And I want to say it was my freshman year of college. I think I took my first like branding and marketing class where we had to create like an artist or a brand, like a band, and kind of do this whole thing for them. And I started doing my own research on artists like Pink and Khalees and so many different Marilyn Monroe, even, like different icons that had very iconic looks. And Neela is alien spelled backwards, so I thought it was perfect to go with green, little green alien. It kind of correlates when you think about it. So yeah, like while I was in school, I kind of started threading these different things together, and green is also like the color of abundance and prosperity and money. I'm a Capricorn, okay? So so yeah, that's kind of how it came together, but I've always loved bright colors. I've always been that, little girl in school that would like match her eyeshadow with her outfit kind of thing. So it was bound to happen. There was going to be some type of color on this head, but the green is, branding and marketing with my name, and I love it. Like I can't imagine any other color in my head.
Oh, I love it. Like green looks so good on you. So I'm
Thank
glad that's
you.
the color. And if you could, I guess, define yourself in one word, like as an artist, like what would that word be?
Evolving. Um, yeah, evolving. I think I'm always evolving, and I love that. Evolution is growth. And that is something that I want to continue to do as a person, as an artist, a creative. Um, yeah, so evolving. If I had one thing to, one word to describe my music, though, I'd probably do like, maybe be like a phrase like spiritual cunty or something.
No, I like that. That's like different. Like, I don't understand it, but like I definitely understand what you mean. And yeah, no, like I guess whenever you do get into like making music and stuff, like what type of mindset are you in? Like what is the process?
Yeah, so because I start my days off very intentional, I meditate. Like I said, I do some type of frequency work, whether that's just like listening to frequencies, playing my singing bowl, doing my tuning forks, something like that. I'm always grounding myself. I'm always connecting with spirit, making sure my body feels good. I'm stretching, doing those things first. I'm usually in a decent mood, like throughout my days. So, but I do write alone. That is one thing I do. I write alone. I don't like people around. I don't like to be in a studio even. A lot of my songs are downloads, so I could be doing something unrelated to music and then I'll get like a hook in my head. I'll record it, send it to my one of my producers, and they create around it, and then I add to it that way. But it's a lot of flow. It's a lot of flow. And it's so funny because I do consistently put out music and people are like, if you're just flowing, how is it? Because I'm consistently in flow, and that's something that I'm very, very grateful for. um but yeah, the process is me by myself, usually in a room, whether that's, my bedroom, which I'm in now, or wherever quiet space I can get, but I'm alone. Got to be alone. I don't want nobody there. I don't need nobody telling me like, oh, maybe you should do this. No. Tell me after. Like I get input on that kind of stuff. Like once I'm able to like organically get everything that I have kind of flowing out.
That makes sense, yeah. And like I know like you make music alone, but have you, I guess, like done collaborations before with other artists?
So I don't make music alone. I write alone. So that's the difference. Like I have amazing creatives around me that contribute to my music and my art, my producers, Ayana Nash, Bree Wilson, Felix Morton. Um, they're amazing and they contribute to my art in such an immense way that I can only consistently be grateful for. But yes, I've definitely collaborated with other artists. I have a song with Fabo, which is an R&B artist. I have a song with Deontay Hitchcock, which is a um, hip hop artist, a rap artist out here in Atlanta. He's freaking amazing. Ben Riley, he just released his project as well. He's actually from New York, um, and he lives here in Atlanta as well as of right now. Chris Patrick, he's another rapper. He's amazing. He was just on Kai Cenat's stream. I hope I said his name right, Kai Cenat. I think that's right, right? But yeah, he was just on his stream and he did freaking amazing. I have like a plethora of people that I've worked with. Capella Gray, he's from New York as well. So yeah.
Hmm. And let's see, do you want to tell a story through your music?
Yeah, I think that's what music is about, you know. Telling a story. I think that whether that story is a fun night out with the girls where everybody is looking cute and, confident in their bag, or whether that story is, someone looking in the mirror and having to reaffirm and affirm like positivity into themselves. Like a lot of my music is very much so empowerment and feel good because the music that I listen to makes me feel good. I don't want to cry. Like if I'm crying, I don't want to cry more. I want to get out of that space and feel good and move my body and move the energy where it needs to go. So yeah, I'm always telling a story. I think that's the basis of writing music is storytelling.
And is there anything else you'd like to add for the interview?
I guess I would just say, like, you guys go stream Aura. There'll definitely be live shows next year. I can't quite speak on it yet because it hasn't been released, but definitely a ton of live shows next year, and I will be in New York. So I will definitely try to get your name on a list.
No, please, like I'll definitely love to see you perform and like yeah, no, like congrats to you on everything and just keep doing you.
Thank you so much, girl. Have a great day and kick ass in school, okay?
Thank you. I'm trying. It's kicking my ass right now, but thank you.
I know, I totally get it.